We are on the doorstep of Season 7. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam. Welcome to Smalltalk, episode 51. This is the Season 7 premiere episode of Smallville. We're doing it watch-along style. I'm one-third of your co-hosts, joined by Dead Lana and Just Clark.
I'm ready to talk about the final season. I'm ready to watch the final season of Smallville.
Matt, you want to tell them, or shall I?
Nope, Smallville ended after
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
7 great seasons, man. Can you believe there's 7 great seasons of Smallville? Are you drinking a Jeepers Creepers glass?
No, it's actually Universal Monsters. I got it at Spirit Halloween yesterday. A girl bought it for me. I say, well, the first episode's called Bizarro, so the Superman Bizarro fight is gonna happen. I say Zod comes back in some form. He's coming back. It's kind of been spoiled for me by looking on the back of the Blu-ray that Lex is gonna find out Clark is Superman. Like, that's going to happen.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Stupid Blu-ray cover art. Even though
It's like, fuck your Blu-ray.
Stupid Beverly, fuck you, Blu-ray. How dare you spoil this for me?
I mean, it also spoiled to me the formation of the Justice League in this show. So I mean, it's like 0 for 2 for me. But
I mean that is
Blu-rays,
true.
they get you, man. At least I will say, at least you didn't have the DVDs, because the DVDs, they would literally show you open like literally like a DVD menu style. Like I said, it just shows you on the Blu-ray pictures. This one actually, like on the DVD menu, it would have like the Smallville theme, like doom 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 doom. And all of a sudden it shows you all the shit that
then plays, it just plays the Raimi Zero. They play the promo and they show you pretty much
everything that happens.
Everything that happens. They spoil everything.
Someone uploaded some of the DVD menus onto YouTube, and I looked at some of them. I'm like, this must have been frustrating for some people who had never seen the show.
Did you see the old ones? Did you see the old ones from the promos from the DVDs before we get into this season?
Like 1 and 2, but like I didn't go farther ahead than I expected to for this show, because I
wanted Ryan so bad. I wanted you so bad to go and look at, like, I was thinking around like season 5. I was like, I really wanted Ryan to, like, ooh, you should get the experience. But then, like, I was thinking, like, I don't know, because it gives away a lot of shit, especially in season 7.
Thank God it's not on the Blu-ray. They'll just show you a screenshot of the wallpaper, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
But
what do you think, though? What do you think is going to happen, though, besides that? Do you have any other predictions? Or,
well, for the season or for this episode, or both?
For this season.
Oh, well, I think Arrow's coming back. And I think...
You think that Oliver Queen's going to return?
Yes. Actually, let's just throw the whole league in there. I'm going to say the league's going to come back for an episode. I don't know which one. Obviously, you guys know, or maybe they don't. Me in the future put in the Mission Impossible clip here. But I'm say...
I'm surprised that you, like, literally didn't look at the cover and go, who the hell's that?
No, I mean, I'm watching this show for the first time once, so I want to keep some, like, mystery to it.
We're not going to say who that is on the cover. I mean, it's a mystery.
I have a feeling I may know, but I said who it was the first time, and I was totally wrong. So
you just hold. I'm just going to say this. I will say this. You literally, he said, don't expect something, because you're going to be misled into a different direction.
Don't let your speculations be your expectations, is what he's saying.
Yeah, because if you think that's who, I know who you're thinking it is. If you think that, you're going to be very disappointed. Can I just say, this is my favorite episode. This is my favorite episode of Smallville. I just remember
of the show, period. Oh, wow.
Yes. That's what Aaron White asked, what's your favorite episode? I'm like, that is my favorite episode, because it literally has a great opening. It is one of the perfect episodes. Like, everything about it's perfect. And then it ends on such a high note at the end, where you're just like, oh my God, it has great music by Kelly Clarkson in this. And it's just like, and it just
don't give away the music.
I'm not gonna give away who, like, the song is, but I'm just
without giving away too much, my favorite episode of this season, it's definitely episode 18. And I'm not going to say the title. I'm not going to say
watch along. We're going to have to do a watch along.
Oh, you want to do the watch along for that episode?
That is
Okay.
literally the biggest episode of the season. Not even the finale to top that episode.
Well, you mentioned Kelly Clarkson, so the show, this season came out in 07 and bleeds into 08. If my Kelly Clarkson knowledge is good, then I would have to reckon this is that one song, Breakaway, the I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly.
Just wait until you get to that. Wait, you'll see. Okay, you'll see.
I'll know it when I hear it, but my money's on either that or Already Gone, which both songs are amazing. But
all right.
I have a very manly running playlist. What can I say? But we are doing this.
Everybody's got their gay playlist. Okay, it's fine.
Oh,
shut up. I got Shania Twain on my playlist, man.
Man, do you feel like a woman or what?
Look, I grew up with a single mom, so I can't help it, man. I can't help it. That song is literally in my DNA.
But we're going to be watching this live. If you'd like to watch along with us, the show is on Hulu, or if you have the physical, hey, that's even better. I've got the Blu-rays. These guys have the digital. So with that in mind, we are going to get started.
So you don't have to worry about syncing up with us because we don't have to watch it through ads, and you don't have to suffer while you're watching us doing the watch along.
Yeah, and that's it sucks because we're doing a watch along Friday with ads. So shit.
Speaking of Friday, I guess is good a time now to announce it. Friday here on the channel, myself, Matt Wyatt, Jay Collins, and possibly Nick from Townsend 505 are reuniting to watch a movie that's somehow even scarier than The Sacrament. It's a little ditty called Freddy Got Fingered.
Pain. That's it.
Imagine a place where you're free to be super.
Now, Thursday nights, Smallville.
We got a previously on these cool
previously on Smallville.
Leaving us off on that ending.
Yeah, the cliffhanger pissed me off at that time for that season 6 finale. He's like, oh god, now I have to wait.
At least Lana got
4
blown
months.
up, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, at least she got killed off. Yay!
Took them 7 seasons, or 6, excuse me.
It took the several seasons of torture watching this suffer through drama with Lana. Love that little fight Bizarro with Clark. That fight was so badass.
I remember this season was that pissed me off because literally after the Christmas episode, they did not have an episode for several weeks because the writers.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They had to really restart the season. Oh, you're like, what? I just remember it goes from the Christmas episode all the way to this episode again.
Nobody cares about this fishing trip. Come on.
It's a father and son fishing trip. Don't bet on them.
I don't care.
Lots of fathers take their sons fishing, okay? And Adam West is Batman, and Adam West is Batman. He always tells Aunt Harriet, I have to take Master Dick fishing.
I am a simple man. I require Superman and Bizarro to do this. That's all that I need right now.
Look, oh my god, CGI water.
CGI water. Oh my god.
Lex is like, I am in the wrong place right now.
Fuck me. Now I'm drowning all over again.
Same Lex, different frickin' day. Even the inappropriate thoughts. Yes, even though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll remember all the inappropriate memories
and
Clark has.
Fuck Clark.
Did you even notice that his voice was so deepened? They voice modulated him in that for that character Bizarro.
They're like, we Green Arrowed your voice for this for Bizarro.
It's like, hey Clark, never minute, bro.
Like, guys, come on. Like why?
Really?
Clark,
Really?
you have failed this city.
You have failed this city. Or they try to Batman his voice, trying to give him run for his money.
I'm sorry, but you're not going to outrun that. I'm sorry. There's no way. You're screwed either way.
No way you're going to outrun that fucking flood.
Kid, run for your life. That's all I'm saying.
Daddy, wake up. No, run, stupid. He's doing his little saving the day moment.
Clark is a dick to the environment. He just killed all those. He just basically.
He vaporized the water.
He killed a forest. He low-key killed
Only
a forest.
you can prevent forest fires.
Me in the future put in the Smokey the Bear PSA.
Then accidentally, you'll pay for it.
I like that. I like how they took the opening credits. They made like new stuff for. I like watching the new opening credits.
Yeah, they added new like clips that are a little bit better than the last one. Great way to start off the opening. I'm not gonna lie. Ryan, who do you think that cast was in the opening? It's a new one of the new cast members of Smallville.
Well, I said Supergirl last time and I was dead wrong, so I'm tempted to go back to the Supergirl well again, but I mean, it didn't work out so well for me. So you know what, Supergirl, you only live once.
Since the pilot.
He's
like
I am
Stan
in the
the-
same predicament again.
What the hell? This sucks.
I should just stay away from water for like the rest of my life.
Lex
Or should never drive near a bridge.
Superman is water.
Who is this mysterious girl? Who is
Our
that
thumbnail
angel?
made it there. Our thumbnail made it.
Yeah, I noticed that's the thumbnail.
Because that was the coolest shot.
Who is this mysterious girl?
Swerve, this is a King Arthur story. This is the Lady in the Lake. I mean, it's a lady in a lake. Like, hello.
Literal. No, you mean that literally.
I want to know whenever they do a Talkville. I want to know how Michael Rosenbaum was he actually underwater? Because it looks just like he was underwater.
Maybe. I mean, I could have sworn they mentioned this at a convention or something.
Okay.
Oh, he got hit pretty hard. Damn. Like fucking Clark just like punched him all the way through the fucking.
This right here scene I thought went dark right here. This part right here.
Yeah, wait till it's not even the worst part.
Well, I thought this scene right here was kind of dark. I'm like, what the hell?
At least Bizarro is getting his daily dose of iron.
Kind of
Oh,
bullshit
no,
right
no,
here.
he's
No, hold
still
on. No, I love how dark it is. But one thing I want to mention. This power, Bizarro does not have that power. Bizarro does not have flame vision. He's supposed to breathe fire, and he's supposed to have ice vision in the comic book version.
I think they didn't want to make too many because then they have to redo Tom Welling going.
But it would have been cool. But dude, that would have been so cool. He breathes fire. He would breathe fire or freeze vision.
You already have in the budget.
Dude, wouldn't that have been cool if he actually used freeze vision on him and freeze him to death into a popsicle?
Look, here goes all Lexus 33.
No, deep frying a guy sounds cooler in this moment.
All of Lexus experiments 33.1.
They're all underwater. His potential super soldiers.
I think it would have been much.
Oh my god, the kid lived. The one who got possessed.
They're not going to kill. They probably were like.
Yeah, but the thing is, he always exercised his vessel and kills his vessel in the process. Most of these other phantoms, they just get possessed and they survive the hose.
The kid could still be possessed, Lois. I'm just saying.
It could be like that Michael Jackson video at the end of Thriller where he goes, ah, 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 ah.
Then they just do a dance.
Bizarro's like,
Through. Oh, there's Lionel. He's on shore. Not on conscience.
I really, really like this episode. Like it just drops the ball. Like it goes, engages you. Like you get like all of a sudden.
Someone's coming towards them. Who's grabbing them?
It's the fisherman from I Know What You Did Last Summer.
This is a movie directed by Dario Argento. A man in black comes to drag someone away.
This kid's supposed to be from a foreign country. Why is this kid talking perfect English without like an accent?
Well, he only had limited lines.
He was in like what, Argentina or like in Guatemala or something. And this kid's like
in Quebec. Clark, for the love of everything, please do not waste several seasons trying to duck from Lois, like telling you the truth about your powers, please.
Oh shit! He needs that kryptonite to recharge his powers and regenerate. Regenerate?
Well, Tom Welling definitely works out.
Yeah, he got fucking ripped. Another reason for an excuse for the writers to have him take his shirt off.
I like how he's eagerly smiling. He's like,
he's enjoying the pain. He's embracing the pain. He loves the pain.
Pain is your friend.
So he's the opposite of Clark, Bizarro.
Yeah. Like Clark gets his energy, his power source from the sun, the Earth's sun. His source is getting from kryptonite that makes him stronger.
So when he pees, Clark pees, Bizarro just like throws it up, you know.
You know, it's crazy to think the CW had this show for years, and nowadays they just have like some random Canadian detective shows and NXT.
Yep.
It's like
Wait.
just
Damn. Checking her out.
contain yourself, man. Come on.
Keep that in your pants, bro, you dirty little slut.
It's like, I like it. I like Lois a lot. You know what? He has more of a physical. The Phantom has more of a physical attraction to Lois than Clark actually does in the show.
He just grouped her.
Yeah, that would never fly today.
No. A little sexual harassment.
A little light sexual harassment for a Bizarro.
I don't know, like cue up her favorite sad movie. That'll get the tears going. Like the ending of the Hugh Jackman Les Miserables, that always does the trick for me. Ending of Schindler's List, there you go.
That Ryan said. I thought you said that was a comedy. You laughed your ass off. You said you laughed your ass off to Schindler's List. Ryan, come on.
In the words of Don Johnson from Django Unchained, no, that is not what I said.
There's a joke in Everybody Hates Chris Rock where Chris Rock is saying that there's this guy named Malvo, and he said that he's so hardcore that he thought Shawshank Redemption was a comedy.
Oh God!
And I was laughing at that joke. Like Chris Rock, really, it's freaking hilarious. Like I could see.
Oh, looky here! Chloe's alive.
This show inadvertently.
It's a supernatural.
Well, to be fair, they kind of gave away that in the opening that she's still a regular on the show.
The show inadvertently inspiring the Tom Cruise Mummy movie a decade afterwards.
Tom Cruise. Ah! All of a sudden, you gotta see a dead person falling around, going, "Hey, look, I'm over here. I'm your buddy." Hey.
An American Werewolf in London called it wants its story back.
A dead lawn is,
yeah.
It's like a shitty version of American Werewolf.
Yeah, when I watched that scene in that movie, I was like, what the fuck? This is literally ripping off American Werewolf in London.
A fucking shittier version of that movie.
The shitty Walmart version of that movie. Did you remember in the trailer when they were going down the fucking plane with Tom Cruise and you hear Tom Cruise scream? They in the final cut they fucking added that shit out of the scream. Like her death certificate.
You're right, Matt. You're right. She's not. She doesn't. In the show, she doesn't have. Gina doesn't have.
Oh, she sees her Lana's death certificate on there on
I
the
just
clipboard.
heard her dialogue from that episode, and I'm like, yeah, she doesn't have it.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when I watch the show over and over again. For I don't remember her having an Australian accent that changed throughout the show. I mean, I noticed that she wore her glasses because the last time we saw her was in the premiere, a few episodes that she didn't wear any glasses at the time.
Look, his lawyer's like,
how did they get that recorded? First of all, how did that get recorded? What the fuck?
Like Amazon Echoes were not a thing.
Did it get it from the microphone from the surveillance camera in your mansion or something?
Be careful what you wish for. You put the lotion in the basket.
Be careful what you wish for. Ooh.
Why do I sound like Buffalo Bill?
I never really understood why they had to like fucking like modulate his fucking voice
We
just
get
to
it,
make
he's
sure
not
that's Bizarro.
because in the comics he sounds more like this.
He sounds like this, but he has a lower IQ.
He's like he's basically borderline dumb in the comics. Me bizarre.
Bizarro.
Me beat up Clark.
Me beat up Superman.
Because they didn't want to take it too dumb. Like they didn't want to make it laughable.
No, I understand that. No, I understand why they had to change that for that reason, because it would have been way too silly and goofy if they were to do this show like that.
I hate whenever
it would have pulled people out of it. I did love what they did with Bizarro and Superman and Lois. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I think this is my favorite because he's like a villain. Like he's like
that's true. Yeah.
I remember when I was in high school just trying to sell somebody on the show because the show I think by that time was.
I was trying to sell people on the show too. I was in junior high when I tried to sell the people on the show.
Bizarro, and the Bizarro justice.
I was like, dude, I was like in 7th grade when the 7th season came out, when it premiered. I thought
you were bullshit.
No, not 7th. No, not 7th grade. What the fuck am I talking about? 9th grade. 9th grade. I was a freshman. I was a freshman.
Oh, I was younger because I'm not a old ass man like you.
No. I was a freshman. I was a freshman when this season 7 premiered.
I was in
this episode brought to you by Dell.
Dell.
Lori's emotional trauma brought to you by Dell.
After every episode, they would say with the sponsors like Smallville tonight is brought to you by Dell.
Brought to you by Dell. And music by Kelly Clarkson.
And I was like, oh.
I'm not gonna lie, the Kelly Clarkson song at the end of the episode, I never thought it would actually fit, but it actually did. It got me emotional. Focus on the mission. We can mourn later.
Oh, you think that's bad? This is light product spots. There's like a whole episode this season dedicated to Stride Gum.
Oh my god! Yep, the episode. It's an episode title called Hero, and it's a fucking Stride Gum plot device.
The whole fucking episode is a gum episode.
And they had the One Republic band playing in the episode.
And now Stride is no longer a thing.
I'm like, how did that help? Apparently, people are like, "Fuck Stride Gum and fuck One Republic."
Oh yeah, this part of the scene where she's trying to tell him, like, dude, you got to get on with the flying. Like, dude, Bizarro is fucking like up your game, bro. Even I told him, I was like, dude, you gotta fly. But they can't. But they can't do that. The writers will not allow that. They got to keep his power limited because they don't want him to be Superman yet. Reeves Dam.
Conveniently, there's a Reeves Dam. You get it? Reeves Dam?
Yep.
Matt Reeves' ears just prick up.
Well, not Matt Reeves. Christopher Reeve. Or George Reeves.
The first person you went to is Matt Reeves. No. That's like saying Keanu Reeves.
John Jones is back.
It's okay, Catlo. I'm here. Do you need a bottle? I can rub your head like a child. Like Terminator 2 style. No, I'm good.
Well, that's a part of who Superman is. He cares about humanity. That's what gives him his greatest strength.
Yeah. I like that You and Me song in that Spirit episode where it's like, and it's you and me and I love the peace. That scene is so powerful though in that episode where he's like they're playing that song and that's foreshadowing himself, like that song is like, he loves the people and he doesn't know why. So I need to go find a child that's his biological child. And that's how to feed him a son for a son, not that type of son. What about a sun kissed?
Okay, in this show that the writers now they're saying that like the yellow sun, but then fucking this one guy Neil deGrasse whatever his name is, the astronomer guy, they said that the sun is not yellow. It's just a bright sun that looks yellow.
But it'd be funny if he just got a Sunny D and just threw it at his face. It was nighttime. He's just Sunny D.
That would be the funniest shit I've ever seen. If he just splashed Sunny D into his face. It's like, I'm melting.
Should have brought more Sunny D.
Or Tang.
It'd be like holy water on a vampire. Just throw it in his face and goes,
Wow.
Or
just Lex is just turning Lex just turned against him just like that. Damn.
Or Fanta.
Alexis, like, I just double crossed you. You could tell that shit was fake. Like he fell into it. It was just like looks like little
Yeah.
plastic tubes.
It does.
Little plastic tubes. Because when he fell into, I'm like, that's not how that would.
First of all, you'd probably be dead with that kind of strength of when you're getting fucking like slapped around with that fucking big giant pipe thing, the pipeline. You'd probably be dead.
he would break his back for sure.
He'll probably get seriously severely injured.
Clark, you know what to do. Go up to the sun and
He gets supercharged, and yet he can still see the reflection of the distorted face.
Pour Sunny D in his face, and then when he's getting he's basically blind.
There'll be another product placement for the product device brought to you by Sunny D. He gets defeated by Sunny D getting splashed in his
really
face.
Pissed off if that's how he defeated Bizarro by throwing Sunny D.
I would laugh hysterically if they actually did it for real.
It's the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
The stupidest fucking shit. That would be a next level product placement plot device.
It'd be like using stride gum to defeat a bad guy.
Stride brought to you by Stride Gum. The flavor lasts longer. A long-lasting flavor.
That was cool. I like that when he went like.
Yes, run.
It could have looked so stupid in slow-mo, but it actually looks pretty dope.
Yes, run at the supercharged Bizarro.
I used to think this episode was longer, but then I forgot because commercials and everything back then, you know.
Yeah, it's because it's commercial added, and then you get pissed off when the commercial comes on.
Oh, I know what he's doing. Okay.
That was on he did it on purpose. That was intentional.
Yeah.
He allowed him to fucking wail on him to crush the fucking rumble and get the sun out. Ooh, regenerating.
Now, in the words of the lame-ass villain from Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, now I claim your son.
Now I claim your son. Come on, bitch. Want to go another round? Round 3?
We're not done yet.
I would say, who's your dad?
I'll be like Kyle Ren. We're not done yet.
I'll be like, who is your daddy?
Round 3, fight. Is that all you got, bitch? Let's go.
First off, give me my fucking clothes back, bitch. And then.
You know how hard it was to find that blue jacket?
I have, but luckily for you, though, I have 50 on back order.
I have 50 of them in my trailer.
If I want, I'll go grab. I'm sure Clark has like a bulk load. They're like of those shirts.
Bitch!
And then Martian Manhunter grabs him. And he's like, "I got him."
Tiger uppercut.
That's what it was like. He punched him. I like how Martian Man just grabs him and then brings him up. It's like we got
just
him.
Flies him right up into space.
And he was
Where's he taking him?
Mars.
He must have a little special prison for him in space.
This is late 2007. Surely you can get a better TV than that.
Well, Clark doesn't watch. He apparently just doesn't watch a lot of TV.
I mean, remember the Invisible Man gave him like a nice TV setup and everything,
and he just rejects his gifts.
It's like, I don't want a Nintendo 64 and a nice. Oh no, it was a PlayStation 2 at the time.
Wasn't it? No, it was a GameCube.
Yeah, GameCube, because I'm sure they didn't have sponsorships for PlayStation. They're like, just give him a GameCube. Can we get a GameCube in there? Like, yeah, we'll give him a game. Yeah, we can sponsor you. Yeah, because Xbox was just a startup and PlayStation. And PlayStation's like, nah, we're too big.
It's like, hey, I can't have nice things for myself. I got a lot of shit going on, bro. Life and death.
I'm gonna go play some Tony Hawk Pro Skater. What game was that?
I mean, if he was on Red Kryptonite at a young age, I mean, he might as well be playing fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Because the last game he played when he was on Red Kryptonite, he was just playing football.
What was that?
What was that?
Spider-Man 3 would have been out at the time.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man 3 was out at the time. Yeah.
That game is
Xbox 3.
awesome.
I think it was I think this was when Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 started to be born.
I love that game when I was a kid on PS2. I played that game religiously.
Oh, I did. I played that game on PS2 first, and then when I first had the Xbox
The 360 version's worse.
Oh yeah, it was way worse. Oh
because
god,
you don't get the black suit. You can't switch between the black suit. You just have to literally go on the menu. And it's like I just think the PS2 version is like way superior.
I did like this moment with Clark and Chloe where he's just talking about that when he saw his version of himself. He's literally seeing what he would have become. That's literally like red kryptonite. Like he's looking at a mirror.
He would have been assaulting women, especially Lois.
Yeah, he would have grouped. He would have grouped a woman.
He would have
murdered a lot of people.
Would have become, could have become, but didn't become. That's important.
That's an important message
Breaking
in this episode.
Houses. For what?
Oh, here we go. Here it comes.
And they're supposed to be a couple, guys. I just want you to point this out. It's season 7, and they're supposed to be a couple, Ryan. It'll be like that Royal Tannenbaums, them trying to ship Luke Wilson and Gwyneth Paltrow. That's what I feel like when they're trying to like ship Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark have the Royal Tannenbaums type of relationship where like Lois is like, look, we're brother and sister. Clark's like my brother, and then they're just trying to ship them two, you know. Where it's kind of like Wes Anderson trying to ship Luke Wilson and Gwyneth Paltrow and Royal Tannenbaums.
Come on, Clark, you gotta tell her. Just tell her, come on.
It wasn't me, it was a phantom from another universe. And
I love this moment. It's like, if you ever grab my ass again, I'll take your head with me when I go. I was like, damn, she really went there.
Again, I like to point out, they're supposed to be a couple in the comics.
In every variation of it.
It's like the one variation where it's like, fuck Lois Lane, Lana and Clark.
Yeah, it's one variation where they just want to prolong of waiting for them to be a couple.
It's like in Amazing Spider-Man, how like they're like, fuck Mary Jane.
Well, to be fair, Peter and Gwen were a couple in comic books too.
Yeah.
First. They were a couple way before he was with Mary Jane.
To be fair, Lana and Clark, but that was in high school. Lana should have died way before then, when in high school, when she like, or she
I know, but for this one, they want to treat this as an Elseworld story where they can just do what kind of direction they want to go until later that they want to go for the traditional route of the path of his story. But they want to treat this like an Elseworld where they don't have to be very traditional. Like we have to do A, B, and C, D, and all the way through Z.
I mean, there is more chemistry between Clark and Jimmy before there is in Clark and Lois in this.
Oh yeah, well I've seen the chemistry between Clark and Lois from the moment they started meeting each other for the first time in season 4. Like they just literally hit it off.
It just feels like as the seasons went on, they just keep playing it more like a brother-sister relationship, and it's kind of weird because it's like once you set that tone, you can't change the tone because it just goes. Here's that song. You just can't. It'll mess up the tone, you know, because then it just becomes weird. Because it'd be like watching someone make out with their sister. It'd be like watching Al Bundy's kids get together on Married with Children. That's a wait. I love that seeing Lex Luthor go to prison. Like him walking, like it's like he's getting his comeuppance, you know. It's like all the evil shit he's been doing for the last couple seasons.
He's trying to atone for his sins, like paying the price.
Like this to me, I felt like was perfect karma, you know, Ryan.
What goes around comes around.
Do you recognize this Kelly Clarkson song?
No, I legitimately don't.
It's called "Sober" by Kelly Clarkson. I just like how he's just basically like, because after he like drugged Lana and made her think she's pregnant just so he can have ownership over her. That to me, I was like, you deserve it. You deserve to be rotting in jail, you piece of shit.
You never loved her, dude. You were just using her.
Because Clark couldn't have her. You wanted her because Clark like a trophy.
Okay.
Like, did she really need the wig though? I mean, that to me is more of a sore thumb than without the wig.
They were so on green screen. This is supposed to be taking place in Shanghai, and they're in fucking Vancouver. Fake Shanghai.
They literally have a Chinatown in Vancouver. They couldn't walk her down. She could have walked down there and just like,
Yeah, why couldn't they just shoot it in Chinatown?
like they did that on season 4.
Like, Lana's alive? What the fuck?
I bet you Ryan's just like this going, "Ugh."
Fuck.
Like, we're still dragging this shit out, aren't we?
It's like, seriously?
She's looking at the moon.
What a great reflection parallel. Clark and Lana looking up in the distance. This feels reminding me of Home Alone 2 when fucking Kevin and his mom are both looking at the distance at the same simultaneously.
Look at this girl. Look at this girl right here, our mystery girl.
Here's our mystery girl.
All right, pay attention, Ryan.
She kind of looks like Charlize Theron.
That's
She
Laura
does.
Bender.
But that's Laura Vandervoort, whatever. God, I can't even pronounce her name right.
I know. I'm just saying that she kind of. I thought for like a hot second, I was like, "That's Wonder Woman, right?" I'm like, "No, that's definitely Supergirl."
You want to tell him?
Yeah,
We'll find out in the next episode. It's called.
yeah,
Cure.
you'll find out. Yeah, it's definitely Supergirl.
It's Supergirl. Yes, it is.
Yep, it's officially. We
Yes,
got an official
that's
Kara.
Supergirl, yes, that is
Kara.
Supergirl.
Kara Zor-El. We got fucking Kara Zor-El in this
She plays
season.
Kara Zor-El, yeah. That is the
Which
actual
they
Supergirl.
pronounced this as Kara and not Kara. They wanted to change that pronunciation from the Supergirl show, and they decided to ran with that
Ra's al
one.
Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, like how Nolan did not
Like Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul. It's like,
Which
fuck,
I like.
get one
I
right.
liked her as Supergirl. She's
Oh, she was the
she's in
perfect
this whole
Supergirl.
season. She's in this whole season.
Yeah,
Like,
I do agree. I thought Laura really did play a perfect portrayal of playing Supergirl in that show.
Yeah, like I was like, yeah, I love this episode.
Where they don't like her character is coming off more of complex, where they don't have to like do a carbon copy of Clark and Superman. They don't go for, she doesn't try to do that traditional origin story like Superman did, like in the show Supergirl, because that literally was just literally a ripoff.
This, I will say, I really like this episode. I like how it shows that Lex gets his Muppets. Clark defeats the Phantom. We get introduced to Supergirl. Plus, we literally, which ironically, he's saved by Superman in the pilot. Then he's saved by Supergirl in this episode.
It was literally playing off of like the pilot 2.0. It did work. It actually really worked. And now Lex is now curious to find out who is this mystery girl that saved his life from death. Because in the beginning of the pilot, he was so obsessed with finding out who Clark really is. Who is that mysterious Clark Kent? I was not supposed to be alive down that bridge when I was about to drown, and suddenly he miraculously brought me back from the dead. Because according to reports, I was not meant to survive this. So there's no way that a human can actually pull off the impossible.
What did you think, Ryan? So going forward this season, what do you think is going to happen?
Okay. Well, Lex is gonna get out of jail. I'm locking that in immediately. Clark and Lana are gonna meet again because there's some cosmic law somewhere that they must that this storyline will never die.
Even when they kill her, they just see Clark is going to dig up her.
It's like when they fucking kill her, it's like, sucker. It's like, yeah, she's dead. Like, aw.
Like Lana is literal in this show is literally like one of those clown statue things you punch and goes, you can knock me over.
I do agree. Like, I feel like they should not prolong with this Lana and Clark drama. Like,
they had a way out, and then they chose. They
had a way out, and at the end, here's the thing: they had a way out at the end of season 3 when she was going off to Paris. But then they finally just pull a 180 and brought her back to Smallville. Have her a bigger arc, blah, 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 shoehorn that bullshit in, then keep prolonging this whole fucking love drama that they break up, they're back together, they break up, they back together, like, oh my god, it's so fucking irritating. Then they have another way out in season 6, blow her up, kill her off, make the death more meaningful.
Then in season 7, they're like,
it's like, sucker, we got you back. Oh, just when you thought that was done. No, we're going to keep going.
And like to quote Tommy Lee Jones from The Fugitive in regards to how Lana survived that, I don't care.
I don't care.
Well, it's a dumb way to how she survived. It's very
It was
dumb.
wait till you get to the fucking midpoint of the second episode of how that happened. How did she fake her own death just like that? To me, it was so fucking cop out. No way I bought into that. It was so stupid.
Which, you know what? Like, so what else do you think is going to happen? Any other predictions, villains?
Because we know that Kara is now going to be a regular in this season. So how does she play into the story?
But I mean, for me, this episode is a 10 on 10. I love this so
it's
much.
a 10 out of 10 for me too. I cannot disagree.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say it's a 9.5, and the reason why I'm going to trend that point
you.
off, because of fucking Lana is back, and that really pissed me off.
Fuck
And that
you, just because like, oh, you
it kind of ruined the moment. It kind of
right?
ruined the moment for me. It's like, oh god, I was like, what the
Not
fuck?
even-
She's in the opening credits, Dick.
I love the opening credits. It was awesome.
She's literally, I mean, right, not right.
And yeah, I know. I noticed that she was in the opening
You're
credits.
a fucking
I
idiot
do
if
admit it.
if you did not realize that she was in the opening credits. I knew she was going to be in the show whenever I'm like, well, she's in the fucking opening credits. That right there should be the first fucking red flag.
But here's the thing. No, to be fair, because Jonathan Kent dies in the midpoint of season 5, and he was
Yes,
still
that was
in the fucking
midpoint,
credits.
not the beginning of season 5. If it was the beginning of season 5, then I would say, okay. The fact is, I wouldn't be like, if they blew up Jonathan's car and then like he's in the opening credits, I'm like, well, obviously he's gonna be in freaking season. And also they showed in the freaking promos when the show was coming out, Lana's in the show. But yeah, I do agree though that yeah, it does it kind of like a thing like for instance, Ryan seeing it for the first time around, it's like, oh, Lana's back, great.
Yeah, that's true.
And not even seeing her could like downplay my excitement because this.
Oh, it is. Matt, who fucking seen the show 10,000 times, is like, yeah, I got a little irked.
No, that's when I first watched it at the time when it was on TV, and I was like, oh god, how they did it was kind of stupid. Like, what are we doing?
Would it have been better if like it was like the X-Files or something where she like a UFO just took her and you never saw her and you like they had like a mystery of like, oh, where is Lana? And then like they had secrets of like Lana, come back, Clark.
But I will say that season 7 got a lot better than last season. You will love the
Season 7 is
more.
to me the perfect, even with 20 episodes.
Yeah, because originally it was supposed to like usually it was like 23
22.
episodes. Yeah, 22 or 23 episodes. They trimmed down to 3 and went down to 20 because of the writer's strike. As we brought it up before in the last watch party. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought like because there's only like a couple of filler episodes that are not great that were or at least 2 or 3 fillers that were kind of ridiculous that I did not like.
I'm trying to think. Is it? I think I know what episode you're talking.
I think it's the after episode 2. You know that they'll give you a hint, the beauty pageant episode.
Oh, the one that pays tribute to the Beauty and the Geek. Yeah, the one
something like that.
Yeah,
and,
and
there's a hero episode. No, not hero episode. No. Action. The one that was someone shooting a big movie. I did not like that. That was kind of that was so fillery. Like, I mean, there's some moments that I liked, but the thing is, it was kind of stupid to me. I did not like that.
I will say there is one thing I will say with that. Yeah. So basically, a couple years back when the Smallville was a popular on the show network, the CW was trying to do reality shows because they were an upstarting network and everything, and they did one show called Beauty and the Geek where a nerd goes out with like a beautiful woman. And so they literally tried to basically include Beauty and the Geek references on the 3rd episode. And you're just like,
oh god, I forgot all about Beauty and the Geek.
Beauty and the Geek.
Oh my god, now I remember. There was a fucking show called Beauty and the Geek, that reality show.
And they even reference it. They referenced the show.
They did.
Beauty and the Geek. And I'm like, do you really think Smallville fans are watching Beauty and the Geek?
Coming soon.
Because that third episode
after one season,
because that third episode reminded me that they kind of went back to square one from fucking the season 2 or 3 when they do that high school vibe theme. It doesn't have anything to do with high school, but the way that they did with the tone, it kind of felt like they just kind of downgraded a little bit, if that makes any sense.
Remember in season 9, whenever they had after Smallville would go off, America's Next Top Model would come on. And I'm like, why do I care about America's Next Top Model? It's like Smallville. after Smallville, don't miss a new episode of America's Next Top Model. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about
Click
America's.
off.
Yes.
Click.
Oh, they got me one time because they, I guess, did a rerun on season 9. They did like 2 episodes back to back. So I was literally turning it off, about to turn it off, and I'm like, oh, Beauty and the Geek must be on. And no, it was a new episode of Smallville. And I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I
mean, and I will say, without giving away too much, the second half of season 7, they kind of retconned this one storyline that involves something, and you know exactly what it is. And that was one of those times where I can let it pass because it was so compelling. You know what I mean?
Text me what that retcon is, because I don't remember what you're talking about. I'm like, you lost me on that one.
How about I'll give you a name, and he won't know what it is. Veritas. That's what I'm talking about. Which some parts of the storyline where they go back to somewhere and they kind of retcon some of the events. I was like, okay, I don't know if I really bought into it, and suddenly it just gets brought up after all these years. Like, really?
I will say there are 3 things that you can, I want, without spoiling nothing, 3 things you can expect from this season. 1, legacy of Christopher Reeve still continues this season. 2, we will finally get evil Lex. Like, we will finally get Lex Luthor being the villain. Lex will be fully Lex in this season. You know?
Oh yeah, you will get to the 100%.
This season, you will become officially Lex.
Yeah, you will see the 100% Lex Luthor in season 7.
You will not be like 90%. He will officially be the villain of the story. That
you've always wanted, that we've always been waiting to see
this season. And I'm not gonna say when or where, but yeah, you will see that. And then on top of that, Supergirl, and you might see some familiar faces come back. And you will see I'm curious to see what do you think the villain or the arc of the story will be this season? Because I know and he knows, but I'm curious, what do you think the villain of the arc of the season will be? Because season 6 was the Phantoms and season 5 was Brainiac.
Okay. Well, we haven't seen Zod for a while, so my money's on him.
Not bad.
But Ryan, that was the season story arc of season 5.
I know. I'm saying we haven't seen.
You think they're just going to repeat the same shit? They're like, well, look,
he thinks they might bring him back.
It's our last season as the showrunners, guy. Let's just go back with Zod. It worked the last time. It worked the last time. Like, all right, Al. By the way, this episode, you know what it reminds me of? What episode does this remind you of? It reminds me of, like, I was thinking watching this, and I was like, this reminds me of something like it reminds me of almost like, you know, it's an old movie where there's a guy that goes, oh, you know what it reminds me of? Jet Li's The One.
Oh, yeah.
This episode feels like it was inspired by Miller and Goff. Mike saw The One with Jet Li and said, that's Bizarro. Only without less disturbed songs, but only with less of Disturbed Down with the Sickness. We're not going to play that. All of a sudden,
or playing Drowning Pool, or playing Papa Roach, Last Resort.
Bodies at the floor. Let the bodies at the floor.
You could I could easily see like Bizarro when he's in Clark's barn, just putting on like Disturbed, Down with the Sickness, where he's like,
down with the sickness.
I mean, Lex is bald. Lex is bald, so makes sense. But coming soon to the channel, Beauty with the Geek Talk and America's Next Top Talk.
There's no way we can watch that either.
There's no way we can't get access to that show whatsoever.
Because that show, when it got canceled, it's gone. Like, it's lost in the ether forever, of the Ethernet, because nowhere, unless you find, like, I'm sure they're out there, you could probably find it if you really look hard enough, but like, it's not like, I don't think it's on like Max. Beauty and the Geek.
No. But I'm a 10, Collins is a 10, Matt is a 9.5, so we are all in agreement on that. But
yeah, this was a banger episode of the premiere.
I don't think there's been a single bad season premiere like of this show.
I can't remember.
Wait, Ryan, wait. You have not seen nothing yet, Ryan. Just wait. Season 8 is not here yet. You have not seen season 8 yet.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, wait for season 8, Ryan. I guarantee you're gonna eat your words on that one.
All right, but I pass it off to all of you watching. What did you think of the episode? Let us know in the comments. In the edited version, we'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks to these guys who I do this show with every single week. Collins, we are doing the Phillips Project right now. The old school review should be up by the time the edited version of this show drops. We've got Starsky and Hutch not in the pipeline, but that is in development, and then School for Scoundrels on that. But on your channel, what do you got coming up?
Well, I am. Did you know this show ran for 5 seasons? The Beauty and the Geek. Apparently, it's like not even the real. Like this is literally like not even an American show. It's like a show they adapted to America on the CW. It ran for 5 seasons. Seasons. What the
Canadian, isn't it?
Oh, it says Beauty and the Geek. It ran on the CW for 5 seasons. Ashton Kutcher his production company was behind it. The people that made Punk. Like, oh god. I got a review for The Rings of Power, the whole first season for that one, and yeah, I've been very vocal and told these guys what I thought of that show last night. When I thought of it last night, I've seen it before it first came out, and
I can't believe it's not Tolkien, if you will.
What?
I can't believe it's not Tolkien.
It feels like they took the wrong stuff from Tolkien, because Tolkien is known to like over explain things and sit there for a while. They took the wrong stuff from Tolkien and said, we're going to make it long and explain stuff and not really do any action, versus Peter Jackson, where he took the right stuff from Tolkien, where he's like, okay, I'm going to take this and I'm not going to take 20 minutes to explain something. I'm going to explain it in 2 minutes and then move on and then do this. Instead, they're like, we're going to sit there and do the full 20 minutes of explaining something, and that's going to be the first fucking episode. And I'm just like, guys, come on. Like, it's called The Rings of Power. There's not even no rings in there until the very end of the last 10 seconds of the episode.
You called the show. Let me read off what you called. Sleepless in Middle Earth, or When Sauron Met Galadriel.
I mean, it's basically that's what the show should have been called, because it's literally just a love story it's literally Sauron catfishing Galadriel the whole freaking season. He's like a giant sexy man in the middle of the sea who rescues her, and he's like, yeah, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm here to help you and everything. And then I'm like, at the end, he's like, ha, I'm Sauron, bitches. Ha, ha, ha. I gave you all rings now. Now you're all my bitches now. Watch this. Ha, ha, ha. I'm heading off to like the bad part of this, Middle Earth. Watch that. I'm just like, in what world is this? Is this literally? And then she goes, hey, everyone, he's Sauron. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, look at that ring. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh, never mind.
But
that's literally the.
But Matt Wyatt, what do you have coming up?
Well, I am planning on seeing the Crow remake. I'm just going to say, fuck it. I'll just watch to see what the fuck it is so I can review the goddamn movie, even though I don't want to see it at all. But whatever, if I have to suffer through pain for fucking 2 hours, so be it. And I still want to check out another film called Blink Twice. That it has been out for a week, and I have been behind on that. And lately, I've been binge watching 24, which that show is fucking incredible. That is a banger show so far. I'm literally on season 2, and so far it's fucking great. So if you haven't seen 24, none of you?
I've seen
season
like
clips of it where he's on the phone with his daughter, telling her and her boyfriend to get out of town, that there's a bomb that's going to go off today.
Oh, that was season 2. That was like the beginning of season 2. So yeah, I think that we should definitely, that should be our next podcast for 24 talk.
Isn't there like 20 freaking seasons of that show? Like
they have like 5 or 6 seasons of the show. But the thing is, the different, because the concept of the show is that this fucking runtime takes place in real time. That every episode of the 24 episodes are 24 hours in a long day. Not bullshit. There's no filler episodes like any other network shows that you've seen. They are straightforward. They were fucking on point.
You know, it should be 24.
And Kiefer Sutherland is the fucking goat. I love it.
24 episodes? Is it 24 episodes?
That's why it's called 24. It's literally the runtime. Each of episodes is 24 hours in the story. It's like in real time.
There are 8 seasons of 24.
Yeah, so far, like, no, the first season, peak. I love it. Season 2, I'm already fucking on board. The show keeps getting better. Kiefer Sutherland is the shit.
I mean, you know what? I'll have to check.
It's streaming on Hulu.
I've been really meaning to rewatch Buffy lately, but then I'm like, I don't want to rewatch nothing. I want to try to finish I've been trying to finish the show Banshee, and then once on Max, and then once I finish Banshee, then I'm gonna try to finish Superman and Lois because the new season starts soon. I just had to fucking force myself to watch like 8 hours of like the Rings of Power. By the way, Mr. Matt, Ryan, what piece of shit shows are you? What piece of shit property are you looking at this week? What you seen our pieces of shits? Let's.
Well, first of all, subscribe to Collins, subscribe to Matt. Their channels are linked in the description. As far as this channel goes, the Phillips Project rolls on. The 1999 project drops this Friday, including a movie called The Astronaut's Wife, which is essentially Johnny Depp and Charlize Theron basically doing Rosemary's Baby, but with
basically he's an alien and he's trying to impregnate his wife. Yeah,
pretty much, yeah. As well as The 13th Warrior, one of the legit most boring movies I've ever seen in my life. And John McTiernan directed it, just so you know. But that's going to be dropping Friday. Then just bunch of content coming up for now and the rest of the year. Scary Mania is all blocked off. Fridays, the Freddy Got Fingered watch party. So a lot of stuff coming. Thank you all so much for 533 subscribers.
Watch Ryan get fingered this Friday on Freddy Got Fingered.
I'm on the road to 600. But for Collins, for Wyatt, my name is Ryan Camp for Truth, for Justice, for the American Way. Always hold on to Smallville.